So guys, what's happening, and welcome back to another video. And today we'll be doing some catching practice and teaching you a little bit of how to catch this cricket ball. And we're going to start with some high catches, and the technique to that is like hands up like that, so you can cushion the ball in. Show you a little, not that many high ones, but a little cushion and cushion and then cushion. But if the ball is quite far away from you, you can stretch out and do the normal cup, which we'll get into in a bit for the normal catches. Let the ball cushion into you, and then I'm sure you'll be able to do more high ones, which I'm going to get into now. So guys, let's get into some high ones. And also footwork is key. Keep the ball far away from you, run to it and catch it. High one, caught easily with that technique. Elbow should be out. Couple more. Right then, so that's a couple of high ones. And now you can try that technique like that, and then cushioning the ball in, elbows out. And that is how to do the high ones, which aren't on the boundary. We'll talk about the ones in the boundary after we've done the normal catches, because they're a little bit more complicated. The boundary catches, actually they're very hard. So that's the high catches, and now we are going to get into the normal catches. So the normal catches then, the technique is just the cups the ball can nestle in, like that, that's sideways, it's like that, cup it in. And also you can use that for the high one as well. Still works to see, but I think the elbows out one is a little bit better. That's a high cup technique one. But now I'm going to use Mr. Rebounder over there. That's where I'm pointing to for me, but for you it is there, and it's going to bounce back at me, and it's going to come in all different directions. And sometimes I might even have to dive and catch here. One-handed I might have to dive. So if you're ready, we're going to get on to Mr. Rebounder's throws for me. So here we go, Mr. Rebounder. What have you got for me? Terrible throw. Oh, nearly. How is it? So I still realise the cup technique is really good. If they come straight at you, kind of, it's a bit like a bit like the butterfly one, but a little bit lower, so a bit like that. So the ball's kind of like protected from you, but it doesn't slip out. So that's the cup catches. That is the high catches. And now we're going to move on to some high catches, but on the boundary. As you realise, I've probably not got a normal boundary, and that is true. So I'm going to be using this drain pipe, but I'm sure it will work. So as you're all beginners at cricket, you might not know how to catch on the boundary. That's the normal technique for the high ones, but the rules are your foot cannot touch the boundary while the ball is in your hand. Any part of your body cannot touch the boundary while the ball is in your hands. And I'm going to teach you a little technique of how that you can, if you think you're going to fall on the boundary, then I'm going to teach you a little technique for that. So if it's coming past, even if it's past, you can still catch it. They are the rules. So you can catch it here, and if you're off balance and you're going to fall, you can throw it back up and catch it inside the boundary. But if any part of your body steps on here while the ball is in your hands, even if you throw it back and the ball's still in your hands while part of your foot is on there, it will be checked by the umpire. So, same technique. If the ball comes fast at you, then it's just hard. I think we're ready to get into it. Some of my throws might be off and you might come here because my throws are not the best. So I'm going to try here. Hopefully you get the rules, because I'll be asking you to try it like I did for the other one. If you have a boundary, if not you can use, maybe if you've got a little piece of wood in your garden, you could just use that maybe. Or even if you could get a drain pipe, or if you could get a piece of rope, a skipping rope, as long as it's long, and if you step on it, it's not going to break. So I'm going to show you some, and then, yeah. I was out. I didn't explain, if you pass the boundary, it still counts as not out. On the boundary, anywhere behind the boundary would not count as a catch. Oh no! No. That's not how to catch. Right, come on. Concentrate. Hands up. Come I'm very close to the boundary now. If I turn my foot, I would nearly be touching it. So, just in front. And I throw it up to press pass. If you can't reach it, it's just a really good bat with a good hit. Sure, your guys throws it better than mine. So I'm going to try and use Mr. Rebounder and see if he wants to play with these. Come on, up near here. No, I threw it behind. I'm basically on the boundary here. Ooh, no. Oh my God. We are going to end it there. I'm just going to show you umpire review. So we have a review for a catch. And foot. Can part of the foot be seen? When the ball in hand, ball out of hand. Gotta have another look. Foot that is behind. When does the ball leave hand? I have made my decision and I'm ready. That was inches away from being the best catch ever. But I hope that technique of throwing it back has helped you, and I hope you can get into the sport of cricket, because if you get into it, it can be one of the best sports ever. And I hope you have took notice from today's video, and I hope that you can try some of those techniques, and the butterfly, the cup, and on the boundary throwback. Hope you've got those in your mind so you can go in your garden and practice that technique. If you've got concrete floor, then try not to dive on the floor. Try and just let the ball bounce, and it won't matter. But if you do sign for a cricket team, then you can obviously dive, and I might do a bowling one and a batting one, but we'll see you in another video. I'm holding the camera, so I'm trying to do it one-handed. Sorry if it's terrible. Oliver is out. One-handed me. Terrible.